Hi guys, isn't it great that the cost of living crisis is over, that Brexit has been resolved, that crime has disappeared and people's lives have become so much better, that the Tory government has time to rant on and on about boats? Perhaps the argument being made by government is getting so pathetic that even Lee Anderson will give up talking about it. If not now, when? Because he asked this in the House of Commons on Monday and his own Home Secretary couldn't even be bothered to answer his question. Have a listen to this.
The Home Secretary will know I'm a big supporter of the hard work she's been doing to sort this crisis out, but sharing rooms and barges and drones and relying on the French is not the answer. I think we all know, anybody with any common sense in this place know what the answer is, and that's to get the flights off to Rwanda as quick as possible. So could you please advise me and the great people of Ashford when these flights will go ahead?
Home Secretary.
Well, I have huge confidence in our world-leading plan with Rwanda.
What the hell? World-beating plan with Rwanda. This is a leftover from Boris Johnson's time. World-beating, world-beating, world-beating. Okay.
As my honourable friend will know, that plan was endorsed by the High Court in legal challenge at the end of last year. It was. We've now had a Court of Appeal hearing. We await judgment from the court, and as soon as we complete the full legal process, we will ensure that flights take off as soon as possible.
So no. So Lee Anderson asked a question: when will the flights take place? And it's I'll tell you at some time in the future when we know. Look, it's a scam. It's a stunt. It's not about removing people, because this is just handing money over to Rwanda for a PR exercise. People won't be sent in any significant number to Rwanda because they don't have the resources to do that. And the legal challenges would be enormous. There are 170,000 people waiting to have their asylum claim processed. And the Tories have not invested the resources necessary to process all those claims. Rishi Sunak is talking about bringing the waiting list down to zero by the by the end of this year. Like, what? Like, why don't you do it now? Why don't you invest the resources now? Like, it's at 170,000. It's actually gone up in the last number of months. And Rishi Sunak is talking about bringing it down to zero by the end of this year. Not by 2030, not by 2050. No, by the end of this year. 170,000 claims processed in a few months' time. It's impossible. Unless they're going to do some wonderful things with mathematics, with the data. Well, how are they going to manipulate the data to bring it down to zero? Is it just going to be a mass amnesty? I don't know. But Lee Anderson asked the question, when are they going to be sent? And the response is, I don't know. You know, they thought that they could win with this policy. I really don't understand why they thought they could win with this policy. We're going to stop the boats. We're going to send people to Rwanda. It's, once again, a bit like Boris Johnson, where you throw out an idea and see if it sticks. Do the public like it? And then we'll work out the details later. Well, working out the details didn't seem to work out. You can't send the people to Rwanda in the numbers that you want, and you can't put people on barges in the numbers that you want. You have to process claims. People are waiting years. And where do they have to wait? They have to wait in hotels, in asylum centres. They can't do that. And, you know, you complain about the cost of putting people up in hotels. So the constituents are putting pressure on their local MP. People in Ashford are putting pressure on Lee Anderson. Why aren't we sending people to Rwanda? And what can he say in return? Well, I stood up in the House of Commons and I asked the Home Secretary, and she told me nothing. Not a good image, not a good look for Lee Anderson. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.